Hey trainers and poke parents, poke dad here, and I'm without the dancing bear at first base tonight, so you just have to make do with me. I wanted to go over a profile of the Magnezone deck that we've been testing and having a lot of success. Figured we would share it. It is a stage two, so I mean, if you end up staging or prizing one of your basics, then the deck is going to struggle. But other than that, it's pretty solid. So let's hop into it. Two Magnemite, two Magneton, and two Magnezone. And we have two Registeels, one Vulpix, one Resource Management Oranguru, one Solgaleo Prism Star, and one Instruct. Sorry that there's proxies, but our resources are spread pretty thin since we have like 20 decks built for this and for Worlds testing, so not enough Orangurus or other cards to go around. So let's start off. Magnemite with solid unit ability. Uh, Coco could pop up in these tournaments, this tournament, so preventing that bench damage could be very helpful so that they can't target down your Magnemites. So we've opted to go for the solid unit one. Then two Magneton, and then two Magnezone. Going to use its ability, Magnetic Circuit, to just throw down a lot of metal energy onto the field as quick as possible. So to recover that energy, because maybe we throw four on Prism Star and it gets knocked out, or maybe we throw three on the Orangurus for their attack. We're going to have Registeel's Turbo Arm attack to recover a little bit of it. And then just in case Solgaleo's not knocked out or in the discard pile or lost zone, we can use its Radiant Star and recover all our energy that way. So lots of options on recovering energy. So and actually two of our primary attackers are the Orangurus. They're pretty good to go in to load up 3 energy on them and just attack with them. So you've got the instructability and then resource management to recover just in case you need to recover some energies or whatever to keep from decking out. We got a Alolan Vulpix with beacon ability. Let you grab any 2 Pokemon. So if you already have rare candy, just go ahead and grab that Magnezone and maybe an Oranguru. So Vulpix very good in this deck. So that's the Pokemon line. Next for supporters, we have 2 Cynthia, 2 Tate and Liza, 2 Guzma, 2 Lady, 1 Lily. These never change in all of our decks. We have the same 6 supporters: Cynthia, Tate and Liza, Guzma. These 4 for switching effects so you don't get stuck in the active. Cynthia, the best draw going into this format for this event. So you want to play 2 of it. You can lower your hand pretty good, and Lily definitely helps out. It gives you an option not to shuffle draw. Maybe you like your hand. So Lady, very important, very key to the deck. Once you get that Magnezone, hopefully you've had Lady in your hand, and you can play her and search your deck for 4 energy. Goes straight into the hand, then you can attach with Magnetic Circuit with Magnezone. It's really, really good in this deck. We like Lady a lot. That's why we've chosen to do 2 copies rather than just 1. Tate and Liza, really, really good. Shuffle and draw 5, or switch your active with one of your bench. Sometimes you need that if you can't get to Guzma, so you need that switching effect. Items: 2 Ultra Ball, 2 Nest Ball, 2 Rare Candy, 2 Switches, a Timer Ball, and a Rescue Stretcher. Nest Ball to get out your Magnemites or your Rangurus, super important. In this format, Nest Ball is probably necessary in almost every deck. I can't think of a deck that you wouldn't play Nest Ball. A lot of decks don't play Ultra Ball, but it works great in this one since you have Stage 2, so you can immediately skip the Magneton and go straight to Magnezone if needed. But it's still also nice to have the timer balls, so if you do need to get Magneton, just gives you another option. 2 rare candies like we talked about. You'd be surprised how often you get the turn 2, stage 2 in all these decks. It happens more than you would think. So, want to maximize those. 2 more switching effects. The problem we've had with this deck is if you load up with 4 energy on Solgaleo, say, and his attack does 160, but it can't attack again, and maybe what your opponent puts up in the active, you don't want to Guzma something else because they're trying to damage your Solgaleo, but you can't really attack again, so you need like a switching effect. And 2 switches work perfect in this deck, especially if you, because I mean, we're only playing, I think, 8 or 9 energies, so if you have 4 on Solgaleo and say 1 or 2 prized, maybe there's a couple in the discard, so you need to be able to switch back and forth. We don't play a skateboard. There's not really a point because everything has a 3 retreat cost, pretty much, I think, other than like Vulpigs or the Orangaroos are 2. I think everything else is 3. So skateboard, no value with this deck. So, yeah, one rescue stretcher. So if our pieces get knocked out, we can shuffle them back in, or we can just grab something maybe we had to discard with Ultra Ball. So that's about it for the items. Nothing too crazy there. Stadiums, couple Mount Coronets. You don't really need Field Blower in this deck because I guess the biggest threat as far as tool or stadiums would be Altar of the Moon, and so a counter stadium works just as good, and plus it helps us recover energy that we can use with magnetic circuits. So, you know, this gives us the option to attach 3 energies just with the Mount Coronet. Say we have 1 on our hand, grab 2 out of the discard, attach 3 with magnetic circuits. So, love Mount Coronet in this deck. And then to round it out, we've got 8 metal energy, so not a whole lot, but enough to do everything that you want to do with your attackers. Rangaroos are 3, Solgaleo's 4, Magnezone is 4, so 8 plus Registeel's ability to get them back, Mount Coronet to get them back, and then Lady's ability to get a full set of 4, so works out pretty nice. This deck has done really well with our testing, and it's actually an option for the event. So, yeah, give it a try, see if you like it, and hopefully you do. So, until next time, be excellent to each other. Party on, parents.